All eyes are going to be on President Trump and the First Lady today. They will be here on the ground in Kerr County shortly, and they will tour this damage firsthand. They'll also talk to the people directly impacted, from the survivors to the volunteers to the search and rescue teams. This is a time when the commander-in-chief becomes the comforter-in-chief. I'm joined now by Texas Congressman Michael Cloud. You'll be part of today's roundtable with the president. What will be the focus of these discussions?
Well, we came here Wednesday, and one of the important things that I was asking was just to make sure that the federal response was what it needed to be in supporting what was going on state and locally managed. And what I heard was a resounding yes. And so that's important. I know the president's going to have those same sort of questions when he's coming here, just to make sure that we're doing from the federal standpoint what's needed to support the great work that, you know, I'm sure you've seen the volunteers that are coming out, but also the state resources and the local resources that are here that's doing the tremendous work of recovery here.
You and I were just talking before we came on camera about the need down the road, right? It's so quickly folks turn the page, the next disaster happens. What will you and your colleagues be doing to make sure that the right amount of attention for the right amount of time is paid to Texas to get everybody through this as long as it takes?
Yeah, that's one of the things I think that's important for us to remember. So many people are asking how we can help, and the initial surge of help is extremely important. I mean, we're still looking for people right now, and I have friends who are out there actually with the dogs trying to find people. But we, you know, as this gets out of the highlight and spotlight here over the next few weeks, these people are going to be rebuilding their lives and their families for quite some time. And so from a volunteer standpoint, us continuing to do and support and donate and all those different kind of things. And then, of course, we'll be looking at what resources are needed down the stretch and how to best get that to where it needs to go.
There are some tough conversations happening around mitigating flood risk, conservation along the river, warnings, sirens, whatever is necessary to prevent these tragedies. What will be the focus and priority of that discussion today with the president to make sure that prevention is a factor?
I'm sure there's going to be some lessons learned. I spoke with a family whose home was swept away, and although the warnings were going out, they didn't hear them because they were asleep and because of when it happened. And their first warning was really their shed had floated up and hit their wall several times. And if it wasn't for that, they probably would have not been able to get to safety. And even they ended up clinging to some trees, and that's how that couple survived and made it through. Tragically, their neighbors did not. And so whether or not there's some sort of early warning system to where when the river hits a certain level, you know, like a tornado alarm would go off or something, to where we're not relying on a radio or a TV news thing or even a text message that, you know, people have their phones on silent or whatever, you know. So a lot of the tragedy was when this hit. It's sad to see that that's one of the reasons many people miss the messages that were going out.
Yeah, middle of the night, people are sleeping, a recipe for disaster. The president will get to see this firsthand, and I was saying to you a moment ago, you have to see it with your own eyes to see what was lost, what was taken. What was your first impression when you got to this community and looked around?
Yeah, it's, you know, when you're flying in, and we came up with the Coast Guard team a couple days ago, and you know, it's a beautiful part of Texas, and then you get to the river and you just see the devastation along the river, and you know, just seeing the trees, that super tall, strong trees that are completely uprooted and gone down. Just looking at where the bark has been removed on these trees, you can see just how high the water was in pushing this down. Seeing entire houses swept away from foundations, you know, it was pretty dramatic what had happened. And then talking to the families who are, you know, trying to make sense of it all at this moment and get their lives back. You know, it's impacting everyone here, and then, you know, the heroism too of the people who are, you know, so many of the people in the city and community here are working the recovery process while they're personally affected as well. You know, they have friends and loved ones who are affected or maybe have lost their lives in this tragedy, but yet they're still here doing the hard work of recovery and rebuilding.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.